The Day in Tech History is sponsored by CashFly over at CACHEFLY.com, where you can host your podcast and get a 14-day free trial.
Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. December 13th, 1843, Charles Dickens published A Christmas Carol. 6,000 copies were sold. 1962, Relay 1, the first U.S. communications satellite to transmit facsimile telephone, television, and teleprinter signals, was launched on a Thor Delta rocket from the Atlantic Missile Range in Cape Canaveral. 1972, Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt begin the sixth and final extravehicular activity, or moonwalk, of Apollo 17. 1975, the RCA SATCOM-1 satellite was launched on a Delta 3000 from Cape Canaveral. 1977, Bill Gates was arrested in Albuquerque for reckless driving. He was only 21 at the time. 1982, Atari released the 1200 XL home computer. It featured a 1.79 MHz MOS 6502C processor, 64 kilobytes of RAM, and 256 color capability, starting at $900. 1992, Project Runeberg, an open and voluntary initiative to publish free electronic editions of Scandinavian literature on the Internet, was launched. 1993, Xerox and Texas Instruments file lawsuits against each other over Xerox's 486 processor design databases. Texas Instruments demands that Xerox delivered the design databases, and Xerox demands that Texas Instruments cease manufacturing and distributing Xerox products. 1994, Apple Computer announces the Pippin video game system specifications based on the Macintosh personal computer. It was a 66 MHz PowerPC 603 processor with a 640 by 480 resolution, 24-bit color television, CD-ROM disk drive, and a license that was granted to Bandai of Japan to manufacture cell units, tentatively called the Power Player. 1995, Symantec licensed Java from Sun Microsystems. 1997, 35 websites were hacked by the group Legions of the Underground. Version 0.01 of the Mystic BBS was released. The website of Stanford University Medical Media and Information Technology was hacked anonymously. And the websites of Encore Computers, Ron Tyler, Saturn Industries, Valley Internet Services, Well Naturally were hacked by the Karpatz Ninja Task Force. And in 1999, John Koskinen, chairman of the President's Council on Year 2000 Conversion, publicly pleads with hackers and programmers to show mercy in regard to any efforts to disable computers during the onset of the dreaded Y2K. And WebQuest International, creators of the iPong game arcade, announced that Nolan Bushnell, founder of Atari, had joined their board of directors.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content from geekazine.com, morninggeeks.com, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your day in tech history.
2001, the C-Pound, or ECMA 334 programming language was released, which was a major step towards the Microsoft.NET framework. 2003, version 2 of the Java programming language was released. 2004, Oracle, a major developer of database management systems, announced that it had signed an agreement to acquire PeopleSoft for $26.50 per share, or $10.3 billion. 2005, an international collaboration of astronomers reanalyzed archived Hubble Space Telescope pictures to map the distribution of dark matter in the universe. The results seem to support the theory that both visible and dark matter were clumped into web-like structures. Also in 2005, scientists at the Salk Institute embedded human nerve cells into the brain of mice. Even though they only arrived at 0.1% of the brain being made of human cells, this work spurs discussion of ethical limits on biological research. 2006, the Baji-Yansky dolphin is officially presumed extinct following the freshwater dolphin expedition, an intense 6-week search specifically organized to determine the species' fate. 2008, the FCC cancels the meeting and vote for the free internet plan. Chairman Kevin Martin wants free Wi-Fi for all. And Mist Online announced that the game would become open source. 2010, Judge Marsha Pachman dismissed the case between Paul Allen's defunct firm Interval Licensing and the companies of Apple, Google, Facebook, AOL, Yahoo, eBay, Netflix, Office Depot, Office Max, and Staples for patent infringement of e-commerce technologies. Pachman dismissed the case, stating the suit was way too vague. 2013, AppsFire closes their app discovery store. And Qualcomm announced that Steve Mollenkopf was their next CEO, taking him out of the Microsoft CEO contention. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.